this is Sal's baby, and I've always felt that way. So like when I first reached out to him, I just want to say thank you. I know it's been like a long time we've been working together.
Hell yeah, there it is.
I just want to thank you.
No, and I also thank you because, without us working together, I don't think the map would be where it is.
Yeah, the map certainly has cemented its place within professional Counter-Strike. I'm pretty sure everyone here can say something, about Cash or playing Cash with your friends or pugging it or losing on it. But more importantly, let's take a look at a comparison right now in real time. This is the first look at the brand new DE Cash. I am absolutely flabbergasted, but more importantly, I am excited. Ladies and gentlemen, Cash back on the cards for Counter-Strike Global Offensive. You guys must be so damn proud.
For sure.
Talk to me just right away about, I guess, some of the things that drove some of these changes, right? Was it more community-based? Did you guys go back to the drawing board? Talk to me about some of the changes that we're going to see.
Yeah, I think it's a mix of all of those things. And I know Sean really wanted to do a great job with the retexturing, the renovations of the map. And from what we saw, I think it looks great. It's an awesome job, Sean. And then on the gameplay front, we saw a few opportunities. Like we did want to keep things very similar because we think it works. But there were a few opportunities to maybe inject some more utility usage from teams and give the CTs a few more options, especially around mid and in the A site to play around.
Yeah, there's a ton of more stuff to look at right now, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to send F and Pone over there to the Weatherman station and take a deeper dive into what is the new Cash.
All right. First of all, thanks, everybody. So the first area I'd like to talk about is kind of the mid warehouse. I want to give you guys a rundown of, as best as I can, how we kind of go about creating an area like this. So you're going to see a lot of blending here, here, up here. And this is called displacement blending. We're just blending two different textures together to create a believable kind of organic feel to this space. And you'll see a lot more color as well. You'll see a lot more color in areas like this or here that you ever really did before. So these leaves, for example, are individually modeled, which is good for performance if you can believe that. And it also kind of makes it fun to inspect the environment really up close. In these tiles, something you would really expect to see in a Soviet environment. So the next area I'd like to talk about you may recognize this is the B bomb site. Yeah, we love it. So you're gonna see some new stuff here. Keep an eye on this in the show match. Yeah, a little something to keep an eye on. So something like this is authentic Soviet design, very precisely modeled. So you'll see individually modeled leaves again, a lot more color here, displacement blending again, kind of getting more interesting shapes in here. You can see the theme of the level coming through with the weapons cache and the fact that it's still being used as like a target range. You can see that the basic structure of the B-bomb site is pretty much the same. But there are some new stuff thrown in there. So this is one of my favorite areas. This is, yeah, all right. Thank you, New York. So you'll see more color. That's a big one for me. You'll see this teddy bear. Maybe we can sell these one day. Valve, I don't know. Just putting it out there. That's also an authentic design from Pripyat, which is a town located very, very close to Chernobyl. It's where the workers lived. And you can see the vistas that we're trying to incorporate a lot more of these into the level so you can see out into the world and you just have more of a sense of place and give you something to look at while you're shooting heads. All right, last area here. I know you guys want to see the show match, so I'm going to make it quick. Just a lot of displacement blending going on everywhere, a lot more colors, individually modeled leaves, and let's watch people shoot people on this level, right? Let's go back to Stunner.
Yeah, I mean, beauty is one way to describe this map so far. All of the green in the world. I guess just looking at Cache, knowing what it's been in the past, what are you expecting from it now?
I'd say we're expecting a lot more interesting strategy around mid and just a lot more opportunity for CTs at mid.
Yeah, and I just can't wait to see how the community adapts to it, how the pro teams adapt to it. That's what I'm most looking forward to.
Yeah, and the thing about new maps is, right, we're going to watch a show match here in a second with some of the world's finest talent. But in reality, once these teams do get those times to practice on this map, that's when we're going to see some of the cool, innovative stuff. I think that's something that you're both eagerly awaiting to see, hey, what needs to be adjusted. There will be changes to this map in the future, or is this where we want to stick?
I mean, we're always keeping a finger on the pulse, playing the map ourselves, listening to the pros. And we actually had the opportunity to sit down with some pros here, and we've been taking notes. And so there's a few things that we might tweak as well before the official release date.
Well, today is the day that we do bring you DE Cache, and we got to have some commentators. It's going to be very important that I mention that Sal will be joining the commentators over there during the show match. But I need to introduce the commentators. How about a round of applause for Henry G and Machine, who have their own opinions on Cache. What do you guys think?
Oh my goodness, does that look beautiful or what, Alex? You've got that luscious green environment, something really aesthetically pleasing to look at now. Cache was a little bit grey and bland before, but now it really has got an exciting feel to it. And I love the fact as well, they're talking about CT mid advantages now. I felt like that was such a stifling area before for CTs. Yeah. Now you have access points and places to actually use utility and actually position yourself more advantageous.
Henry, I've spent so many evenings with you saying a Machine solo mid, and I'm sitting there on sandbags.
It's not the best outcome.
Sweating profusely, Molotovs, flashbangs. It's going to be interesting to see how things change. And of course, you know, we got a couple of sneak peeks from FM Pone's breakdown of the additional changes they made. I think it's going to be very interesting to see what the players learning during this match. They are going to be finding things halfway through the match, halfway through their CT side, that will completely change the pace. Yeah,
we're going to make sure we hype this one up as much for you guys as well. And like Trace has said, Sal's going to be joining us. And I think he sold himself a little bit short in his little introduction there. He is one of the most legendary Counter-Strike players from the North American region. Team 3D, playing a K-Shot back in the day. I was a player I used to look up to a lot. He inspired me to become a professional player. So give him a round of applause, guys. Volcano and FM Pone did a great job for us. It's been an awesome show match. We'll throw it back to those guys and we'll see you there.
Thank you very much, gentlemen. Yes, that's right. A round of applause was in order and much deserved. You guys have done so much, not just for the competitive community, but also the casual gamers for just CSGO. And that is something that I personally want to thank you for. Right now, I think it's just about the time that we take a look and see how this was all made possible. An amazing display right there. We're about to get so much more in New York. I know you're ready for some cash. I'm ready for some cash. But let me ask you guys, just looking at some of the tools you were using, how long did it take you guys to come together and really put this thing in the map today?
I would